Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Pinzon and today I will talk about to the famous reader Roald Dahl, his influence in my life, and I will do two literary reviews about two little stories that he wrote. These stories are inside of this book, Tales and Other Tales. All this is for recommend this author and his stories. Okay, we talk about Roald Dahl. This man born in Gales in 1918. His childhood was not easy because his father died when Roald was a child. Besides that, he was educated in a strict British school of this time. However, he was very happy for all the stories that his mom told him and for all the sweets that he proved when he was a child. When he finished the studies, he traveled to Africa and learned to fly in airplanes. This led him to pass many time alone flying, time that used to create some stories. When finished the Second World War, he lived in United States, where to work for the British Secret Service while create different stories that finish in book publications or films or television productions. Sadly, Roald Dahl died in Oxford in 1909 due to one leukemia. His influence in my childhood was very big, and I am sure that too was for many other people around the world. In my personal case, it was for some stories that I read for the school, as it was The Wishes, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, or George Mel Medicine. But also for movies that I was from my childhood, as it was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda, James and the Great Peach, or The Wishes. The two little stories that I read from the book Tales and Other Tales, and I will do two literary reviews, are the chapter Braid and Fate and the other chapter Poison. The first story, Beard and Fate, is about postpartum that was done the 20th of April of 1889 in a town of Austria, where the mother of the newborn and her doctor speak about the recent arrival to the town with her husband and the tragic stories of her children and their death some little time after they birth for different situations. All this will they prepared the baby for the woman and her husband to see. For me, the moment more amazing of this story is its end, because I didn't expect this, and I will not say anything so as not to damage the surprise, and that you read this story. The second story, Poison, happens in India and is about of a man who is living in his bed fearing for his life because he feels under his body a crate that is a very dangerous snake of Africa due to its poison which is deadly. This man is found by his best friend who calls a doctor to help them and avoid death of their friends. Being very honest, I don't like it much the end of this story. However, the tension that have and maintain for the reader is very high between the story. Sometimes I think it's good, and for this reason I recommend reading this story. In spite of his death, though his stories run and continues to influence many people, making them dreaming and reflecting to millions of children and adults around the world. It generates a big sensations or feelings as amazing with unexpected twists and endings. Would above all criticize society in a mocking way through their stories. For this reason, I recommend approaching their stories, whether the books or their films adaptations.